Every night, your body begins an extraordinary healing process. Most people sleep through this without ever knowing it. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., something powerful happens inside you. Your liver shifts into full detoxification overdrive while you rest. Your lymphatic system begins flushing deep toxins from your tissues. Your gut moves in slow, rhythmic waves all night long. Your skin cells divide and regenerate at twice the daytime rate. Your brain literally flushes out toxic proteins linked to disease. This is not a wellness myth someone invented on Instagram. This is documented, peer-reviewed neurobiology happening inside you right now. And here is the single most important thing you'll hear. You can amplify this entire process with one ancient substance. A substance that has existed and worked for 4,000 years. A substance that costs less than 1 cup of coffee. A substance that transforms your body completely while you sleep. That substance is castor oil. And tonight changes everything for you. Before you dismiss this as another tired social media trend, listen. What you are about to hear is not folklore or anecdote. This is precise molecular biochemistry backed by real published science. EP3 receptor pathways. Ricinoleic acid mechanisms. Lymphocyte production cascades. Real science. Prostaglandin D2 inhibition. Parasympathetic nervous system activation. This is all documented biology. People who apply this before bed wake up visibly different. They look different, feel different, and function at a higher level. This is what happens when ancient wisdom meets modern molecular science. Let us go through every single benefit, starting with the first. Benefit 1, the bloat destroyer. You apply a castor oil pack directly onto your abdomen. You go to sleep without thinking about it at all. You wake up and immediately notice your stomach looks visibly flatter. That heavy, swollen, stagnant feeling you carried for weeks is gone. Most people immediately assume this must be simple water weight loss. It is not water weight. This is something far more significant. The primary active compound in castor oil is ricinoleic acid. This fatty acid binds specifically to your EP3 prostaglandin receptors. These receptors sit directly on your intestinal smooth muscle cell walls. When ricinoleic acid binds, it triggers coordinated peristaltic contractions in you. These are not random spasms or uncomfortable cramping sensations at all. These are the same rhythmic waves your intestines naturally produce daily. But now they are amplified and sustained throughout your entire sleep. The oil penetrates transdermally right through your abdominal wall while sleeping. It reaches the muscular layers surrounding your intestines from the outside. While you sleep unconscious, your gut is actively working and clearing. But there is a second mechanism almost nobody ever talks about. Ricinoleic acid simultaneously breaks down fermented biofilm coating your intestinal walls. This sticky layer traps stagnant waste, generating gas and painful bloating. Millions of people live with this daily, believing it is normal. It is not normal. It is accumulation that your body hates. By day 3, people report their stomach is visibly flatter permanently. That is not coincidence. That is your biology finally being helped. Benefit 2, the lymphatic flush. This benefit separates castor oil from every other topical remedy existing. Your lymphatic system is the most underappreciated system in your body. Unlike your blood, lymph has absolutely no dedicated pump driving it. It relies entirely on movement and muscle contractions to keep flowing. When lymph becomes stagnant, the consequences quietly build and become serious. Immune dysfunction, chronic inflammation, fatigue, brain fog, unexplained swelling. All connected. A Journal of Naturopathic Medicine study changed how we see this. Castor oil packs increased lymphocyte production by over 60% within hours. 60%. That is not marginal. That is a massive measurable surge. Lymphocytes are the soldiers your immune system uses to fight disease. They eliminate pathogens, clear cellular debris, and flush toxins from tissues. Ricinoleic acid stimulates Peyer's patches, your intestine's specialized immune surveillance stations. When activated, your lymph nodes mobilize and your spleen ramps production. Your entire immune network becomes measurably more aggressive and far more efficient. Applying castor oil before bed manually activates this entire biological system. You are essentially pumping your body's internal sewer system while sleeping, forcing stagnant toxic lymph fluid out of your tissues overnight completely. This is why people report feeling physically lighter after just 3 nights. Not emotionally lighter. Measurably, physically lighter because they genuinely and truly are. Benefit 3, the deepest sleep of your life. Everyone talks about lavender oil and melatonin supplements for better sleep. Blue light blockers. Sleep hygiene checklists. White noise machines beside your bed. These things work at the surface. They never touch the root cause. Castor oil goes straight to the biological cause of your insomnia. Chronic low-grade inflammation is silently keeping your cortisol elevated every night. Elevated cortisol directly suppresses your body's own melatonin production each evening. Less melatonin means you cannot fall asleep or stay deeply asleep. Ricinoleic acid reduces systemic inflammation throughout your entire body while sleeping. This removes the biochemical brake that was suppressing your melatonin synthesis nightly. Simultaneously, it calms your vagus nerve, your parasympathetic nervous system trigger. This shifts your entire nervous system from fight or flight into rest mode. Your body fully relaxes. Your heart rate drops. Your mind quiets completely. You do not just fall asleep faster than you ever have before. You enter REM and deep sleep phases you may have forgotten existed. People report waking without grogginess for the first time in years. That is not placebo. That is measurable biochemistry working exactly as designed. Benefit 4, natural Botox for your skin. Stop spending hundreds of dollars on creams that sit on your surface. Most skincare oils clog your pores and create more problems eventually. Castor oil is fundamentally different from every other oil you know. It is a humectant, actively drawing moisture from the air into skin. But it penetrates far deeper than any other topical oil can reach. At the dermal level, it stimulates collagen and elastin fiber production directly. The fatty acids physically fill the gaps in your aging skin matrix. Free radicals that accelerate visible aging are neutralized by its compounds. You apply it at night and wake up looking professionally hydrated and plump. Visible differences appear within just 48 hours of your very first application. After 4 to 8 weeks, fine lines begin noticeably flattening and smoothing. Your skin texture improves dramatically. Your face genuinely looks measurably younger again. This is not moisturizer sitting uselessly on your skin's outermost surface layer. This is collagen production being triggered from deep within your skin architecture. Benefit 5: Joint pain and inflammation relief. If your knees click or your lower back constantly aches, listen carefully. Castor oil is a documented natural anti-inflammatory agent with real published evidence. It works similarly to capsaicin but without any burning heat sensation. When applied to a painful joint and wrapped, here is what happens. It intercepts substance P, the key chemical messenger transmitting pain signals to brain. It simultaneously reduces actual inflammation living inside the joint tissue itself directly. A 2009 published study confirmed it effectively manages knee osteoarthritis symptoms significantly. But it is not simply masking or numbing the underlying pain away. It increases circulation directly to the joint, allowing real healing to begin. It lubricates the joint from the outside in, reducing painful friction significantly. Benefit 6: The complete gut reset. You cannot be healthy while carrying excess waste inside your body. Period. This is non-negotiable, fundamental, basic human biology that nobody debates anymore. Castor oil is the gold standard natural laxative recognized by science globally. And you do not even have to drink it to get results. Topical application alone stimulates smooth muscle contractions throughout your entire intestinal tract. Apply a pack to your lower abdomen before sleep each single night. By morning you will experience a natural, complete, and deeply satisfying release. A clean colon is not just physical comfort. It is mental clarity too. 90% of your serotonin is manufactured directly inside your gut lining. When your gut is packed with waste, your neurochemistry becomes actively suppressed. When it is clean, your mood, energy, and mental clarity measurably skyrocket. This is not philosophy or motivational language. This is pure established neurobiology. Benefit 7: The Hair Resurrection Protocol. This benefit made castor oil genuinely famous across social media platforms worldwide. But the actual mechanism behind it is far more fascinating than expected. Ricinoleic acid inhibits a specific protein called prostaglandin D2, known as PGD2. High PGD2 levels are directly and scientifically linked to hair loss patterns. PGD2 physically shrinks your hair follicle over time until it goes dormant. By blocking PGD2 and rushing fresh blood flow directly to your scalp, you are biologically waking up follicles that stopped producing hair years ago. Eyebrows thicken visibly. Eyelashes lengthen measurably. Receding hairlines begin showing new growth. Consistency matters enormously here. Expect visible results between 8 and 12 weeks. Benefit 8: Scar and stretch mark dissolving. This benefit is for mothers, surgery survivors, and anyone carrying visible scar tissue. Scar tissue is simply chaotic, disorganized, fibrous connective tissue beneath your skin surface. It feels hard and rigid because the collagen fibers formed without proper organization. Castor oil penetrates deeply enough to physically reach and soften that fibrous tissue. It dissolves the rigid bonds holding the scar's structure tightly together over time. It simultaneously encourages new, properly organized healthy tissue growth to replace it. Results do not appear overnight. But consistent use creates visible, measurable improvement. Stretch marks fade gradually. Surgical scars soften and flatten with continued nightly application. It also cleans your skin's microbiome and dissolves waxy plugs inside pores. Benefit 9: Immune System Armor. Your thymus gland is the training academy for all your immune system cells. As you age, this critical gland shrinks and your immunity quietly declines. Castor oil applied over your sternum directly supports and stimulates this gland. It measurably increases T-cell activity, your immune system's most elite fighting force. When you feel a cold approaching or feel generally run down and depleted, apply castor oil generously over your chest and lymph node areas before bed. You are placing biological armor on your immune system while you sleep deeply. This is genuine preventive medicine that costs pennies and works every single night. Benefit 10: The dry eye solution. Dry eyes are rarely caused by a lack of water in tears. They are caused by a lack of oil in your tear film layer. Without enough oil, your tears evaporate far too quickly throughout each day. Applied carefully to your closed eyelids, never directly inside the eye itself, ever. The lipids in castor oil stabilize and strengthen your tear film dramatically overnight. They also gently unclog your meibomian glands, the oil glands lining your eyelids. You wake up without that gritty, sandpaper, burning sensation in your eyes anymore. The critical warning you absolutely cannot skip. Now, before you rush immediately to the nearest store to buy castor oil, stop. Because this is where well-intentioned people accidentally hurt themselves significantly and seriously. The castor oil industry has a serious and largely hidden contamination problem today. Because castor seeds are extremely difficult to cold press, manufacturers take shortcuts constantly. They use a chemical solvent called hexane to extract oil from seeds efficiently. Hexane is a direct byproduct of crude petroleum oil refining processes in factories. It is classified as a neurotoxin capable of causing real neurological damage over time. Hexane dissolves the oil efficiently but leaves invisible chemical residues behind inside it. If you apply hexane processed oil to your skin every single night before sleeping, you are transdermally absorbing a neurotoxin directly into your bloodstream every night. You are poisoning the very biological system you are desperately trying to heal. There is also a second critical problem that almost everyone completely overlooks entirely. Ricinoleic acid is a powerful plasticizer with extraordinary penetration abilities beyond most substances. If stored in plastic bottles, it leaches BPA and phthalates directly into the oil. When you then rub that contaminated oil over your thyroid or your ovaries, you are directly dosing yourself with endocrine disruptors that chemically mimic estrogen inside you. The rule here is absolute and completely non-negotiable for your health and safety. Hexane-free. Cold-pressed. Glass bottle only. If it does not say all three things, put it back on the shelf. Do not bring it into your home ever. The truth that changes tonight. Take an anti-inflammatory for pain. Take a laxative for your sluggish gut. They treat the visible smoke while completely ignoring the actual fire burning underneath. You now know what the fire actually is. It is biological stagnation accumulating daily. You now have a tool that costs pennies and has 4,000 years of use. A tool now validated by the molecular biochemistry of the EP3 receptor pathway. The truth is profoundly simple when you finally strip everything unnecessary away completely. You do not need to add more synthetic chemistry into your already burdened body. You need to help your body efficiently and naturally subtract the accumulated waste inside. Tonight, apply the pack. Wear an old t-shirt because castor oil stains permanently. Go to sleep. Let your body's most powerful healing window finally do its work. Your body is not broken. It has never been broken. It has been stalled. And tonight, for the very first time in perhaps years, you uninstall it completely.